League Central Division champs return to Wrigley for the final series of the regular season. Jose Quintana on the mound. Cubs host the Reds. Cubs pregame live on CSN starts right now.
This is Cubs pregame live, presented by Fields Auto Group.
Sings 1-1, fly ball well hit, center field, Martin back at the wall, he leaps, he caught it, Cubs win!
They clinch again!
Cubs win! He just took away a game-tying home run from Paul DeYoung, and the Cardinal postseason hopes are dashed.
Cubs get it done. Good afternoon, and welcome to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. He is my partner, David DeJesus. I'm David Kaplan. Look, when things are going well, things are going well. Leonis Martin makes a big-time play.
Yeah, man, that's a walk-off rob right there, and that's a special play because it knocks the Cardinals out of wild card contention. They're going home now. They're packing up, getting everything ready to roll. So it's just one of those games that you kind of gave it away. You were ready to give it away. You started all your non-starters. Kyle Hendricks pitched a great game, and then you got some big hits late and a play by Martin. Man,
Yeah.
it's great. Perfect game for the
Taylor
Cubs.
Davis comes up with a game-winning double. If you were busy last night watching the Bears get their heads kicked in by the Packers, you missed a very fun ball game at Busch Stadium. Let's take a look at the highlights. Night after clinching the NL Central, Cubs resting the regular starters, who I think were a little hungover, gets the Cards. Ian Happ gets the start in right field. Ian Happ is up. Ian Happ is out. Crushes won his 23rd home run of the season. And then Kyle Hendricks making his final start of the regular season, and he was sharp. He was good. Professor, 81 pitches in 5 scoreless innings, allowing 4 hits, striking out 9 Cardinals. The game, though, would go to extra innings in the 11th. Taylor Davis rips one into the corner. That will plate the go-ahead run. His first career Major League RBI, and the Cubs have a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 11th, closer for the night, Jeng Ho Tseng, and out away from the win, Paul DeYoung. This would have tied the game, but Leonis Martin says, no soup for you. Ball game over. Cardinals look around. Should we challenge that? Did he catch it? Was it gone? Nope. Ball game over, 2-1 your final.
What did they think? He had a ball just laying there that he picked up
Yeah.
and put in his glove?
They showed Matheny.
Yeah.
He's looking, he's like,
Yeah.
see ya. Thanks a lot. All right, time for our Miller Lite Cubs fan poll. To vote, visit csnchicago.com/vote. You do not need a special app. Visit that website and get interactive with David and with me. Today's question for you is this. What is the most important part of the Cubs' final series? Starting rotations performance, battle for bench spots, bullpen performance, or stay healthy, stay healthy, stay healthy. csnchicago.com/vote. For me, I want to see John Lester have a good start. I do. Jake's not going to probably start. He's going to do a sim game. Bullpen is what the bullpen is. Whatever they do against the Reds is not going to be like, oh, my God, that changed my opinion. Better stay healthy.
Yeah, it's staying healthy. You know, you have one of those, like Altuve the other day, got hit by a pitch, and you're like, oh, my gosh, our number one guy went down. So it's going to be guys going out there, going to have it's going to be a spring training field. You're going to have your 3 at-bats. Just get those reps in, feel comfortable, and then get out of the game healthy. That's going to be the biggest thing. And John Lester, you're right. John Lester is huge. This is his last start. Clean things up. He's been getting better. Now it's his time to have a really positive start going into the playoffs.
Against a team that can hit.
They can hit.
Reds aren't a great pitching team, but they can hit.
Yeah.
All right, we have full poll results coming up later in our show. Time for our bona fide starting pitchers. Brought to you by our friends at Bona Beef. Robert Stevenson, Jose Quintana. Stevenson has been used as a starter and as a reliever this season. Quintana's coming off his best start of the season. A complete game 3-hit shutout in Milwaukee. Hendricks, 5 innings and 81 pitches last night. Joe Madden said the team will use the same plan for Quintana today and John Lester tomorrow. All right, so you look at this guy, Quintana, and when he came over, he had a great start to start things. 8-0 shutout over the Baltimore Orioles. Had a good start in a loss, 2-1 loss to Milwaukee up in Milwaukee. And then he really scuffled. And you and I were watching going, what happened to the Mercedes that we gave up all these assets for? But the last 5 starts, you got to tip your cap. Fact is fact. He's been magnificent.
Baseball is all about bouncing back, and he's bounced back. He knows that he was a better pitcher than that little hiccup there. So he got back to attacking with his fastball. On right-handed hitters, he comes in, establishes inside on the plate, and then that helps him work away with that backdoor fastball and off-speed pitches. So when he's on, he's one of the best pitchers in the league because of his command of that fastball.
All right, Cubs pregame live presented by the Fields Auto Group continues here. Coming up, Chuck Garfien, our guy, our Chuck, steps over to the Cubs side of things and tells the story. Lifelong Cubs fan Craig Lynch, a man who has not let being blind limit his love for his Cubs or his knowledge of the game.
Well, July 29 of '89 was a Saturday.
Absolutely right.
Cubs beat the Mets that day.
What happened in the game?
They scored a bunch of, it was like 10-3. They scored a lot of early runs and the game was totally anticlimactic after that. The next day, Mark Grace hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th to win the game.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by Fields Auto Group. Fields matters because you matter. See Fields first. FieldsAuto.com.
You're going to like this.
Get a one-of-a-kind Joe Madden Signature Edition 2018 Dodge Demon.
We are providing our only limited edition Demon to Joe and Jay Madden's Respect 90 Foundation.
It will be auctioned off with all the net proceeds going to our needy brothers and sisters here in the greater Chicago area, and we are very grateful.
To take part in the auction, go to joemadden.gesture.com, misrecordia.com, or respect90.org now through October 1st.
I say we take it for a test drive.
Outstanding. Now I get to lay some rubber.
Available at James & Sons Fine Jewelers in Chicago, Orland Park, and Cherville.
Only one light beer has more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. This one. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Act now. Get Xfinity Internet for just $19.99 a month for 12 months. Experience speed at a great low price. All for $19.99 a month. Call 1-800-XFINITY and ask how you can get even more speed. Get more than 2 times the speed for just $10 more a month for 12 months. Or 7 times the speed for $20 more a month for 12 months. Compare that to AT&T, and you'll see why Xfinity delivers faster, more reliable internet. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go to Xfinity.com today.
I like it sweet.
I like it hot.
Red gravy.
Baptize it.
Make it cheesy.
Make it hurt.
North side.
South side.
There's one thing
Both sides agree on. Bona beef.
Bona, a Chicago original. The official Italian beef on both sides of town.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Final homestand of the regular season, Jose Quintana looks to close out the year strong against the Reds. First pitch, 120 here on CSN. All right, welcome back to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. When you go to Wrigley Field, you can hear the roar of the crowd, feel the excitement of Cubs baseball. But what if you couldn't see it? Our Chuck Garfien has the story of one longtime Cubs fan and media man who truly is a sight to behold.
He's been a fan of the Cubs for over 60 years.
They were on during the day. My dad would watch the games and I would watch with him, but he didn't know what a monster he created.
He's been to thousands of games at Wrigley Field, but Craig Lynch has never seen a single one of them.
I went to my first game May 15th, 1955. Cubs and the New York Giants had a doubleheader. We left in the 5th inning of the second game, but I wanted to stay.
When Craig was born, the retina in both of his eyes never developed. But what did was his unwavering love for the Cubs.
When I was in Los Angeles in 1979, Cubs and Dodgers were playing on a Sunday afternoon, and the Dodgers scored 5 in the 9th to win. Davey Lopes hit a grand slammer. This fan at the end of the game, this young kid goes, "You've got to be dumb, ignorant, or blind to root for Chicago." And I raised my cane and said, "Don't knock the blind."
He's an amazing human being. His attitude, the fact that he is blind, but he is charming, he's funny, he's quick-witted, he has an amazing memory. His knowledge of baseball is incredible.
Which is on display before every Cubs home game, when Cubs radio announcer Pat Hughes sits with Craig in the media cafeteria and together swap baseball trivia.
This is not rehearsed. I have a relative who was born July 29, 1989.
Well, July 29 of 89 was a Saturday.
Absolutely right.
Cubs beat the Mets that day.
What happened in the game?
They scored a bunch of, it was like 10-3. They scored a lot of early runs and the game was totally anticlimactic after that. The next day, Mark Grace hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th to win the game.
His precision regarding things that happened 20, 30, 40 years ago, the detail, it's beyond belief.
Despite his blindness, Craig has been a member of the Chicago media for over 30 years. He covers Cubs games for WLPO radio in Northern Illinois. He also covers high school sports for local newspapers. Back in 2005, we tagged along.
I was really focused that night. I remember we were sitting close and I remember saying, he missed the dunk. Oh, he missed the dunk. He missed the dunk. When he went up, you heard it hit the backboard, but you didn't hear any cheering from that side. It was like a, oh.
How much time things left now?
About 1:41.
And 12 years later, we were together again, this time at Wrigley.
Happ is a better left-handed hitter. He might come through with a hit here.
Happ rips one into right. Jay around third. He's going to be sent. Here's the throw by Rodriguez. Save!
So John Jay scored on that base hit.
Yeah.
Brian probably went to third.
He did. And you were right about Ian Happ.
Yeah. Was it close? It was probably a fairly close play at home.
It was very close at home, yes.
Yeah. So you could tell because the crowd hesitated.
Last November, Craig finally got to experience the dream of every Cubs fan.
Do you remember what Pat Hughes said when the Cubs won the World Series?
He said, the longest drought in sports history is finally over.
And what went through your mind when he said that?
And I'm hearing it.
The longest drought in the history of American sports is over.
Then I start getting all these phone calls, and it's almost making me cry thinking about now.
Yeah, it seems like you have some tears in your eyes.
It was, I'm not the only one. You've heard all the stories. I mean, mine's probably the least of the stories. I didn't drive 800 miles to sit by a gravesite like that one gentleman did. So I was just in my room.
Craig's life has had its share of wins and losses. His first wife, Ann, never saw the Cubs World Series championship. She passed away in 2009. And just 3 weeks after the Cubs took home the title, his second wife, Pauline, died of lung cancer.
I think the Lord brought us together so that she wouldn't have to go through her struggles by herself, because 8 months or 7 months after we were married, she was diagnosed. I have to be honest, on the night the Cubs won the World Series, I let myself have fun. I let myself be happy. I thought I deserved that.
And a year later, wouldn't you know it, Craig has earned the affection of another woman.
You've got a girlfriend, right?
Well, I am dating, yes. You know, I couldn't believe 2 women wanted to marry me, let alone any.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe they can't see either. I don't know.
But spend time with Craig, and it's easy to see what a special person he is.
I don't wish for sight a lot.
You don't wish for sight?
Not much. I mean, it'd be nice. But, you know, I think if I saw, there'd be a lot of sensory overload. I don't know if I could take it. I mean, but I'm 68. I'm doing pretty well.
Would you like some carrots, Craig?
I'd love some carrots.
All right.
They're good for my eyes.
We all complain about things, but when I'm around Craig, I remember that really I shouldn't complain about anything. He doesn't complain. If he's not complaining, neither am I.
Craig, since it is your birthday, we decided you needed to have a birthday cake, so we brought you a birthday cake. It's an Oreo birthday cake.
If I can be an example to a young person who would like to get into sports, or to let them think whatever it is they do, they shouldn't have a limit on their thought process.
There it is. Yeah!
I've got a lot of hot air. You're not going to be able to fly an airplane or drive in the Indy 500, but you can do almost anything that you can conceive of.
Chuck, that was absolutely awesome. God bless that young man. Time for another break here on Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. It's 33 minutes till the start of the ballgame. Still time for you to give Votto a call, 866-4FEL-DCO.
My name's Sonia Walker, and I'm the co-founder of Nut Freeze Bakery. Nut Freeze is a family-owned and operated business specializing in sweet and delicious peanut and tree nut-free baked goods. We are a small business, and we moved to Elk Grove Village 6 months ago. It's been incredible. We're centrally located and helps our growing company deliver nut-free baked goods all over the Midwest. We work hard for our customers, and we know that Elk Grove Village works hard for us.
White Castle's cheese slider has all the fans. And now you can grab a $4.99 combo for a $7.99 10-sack and cheese as you please. That's a deal for me time and we time. And that's a bold move.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Hey, Bryce Harper, can we selfie? Wait, how'd you get out here? Oh, don't worry, I've got T-Mobile. It's all unlimited, so I've got unlimited access to all things MLB. You sure about that? Yeah, hey, can I have the Pine Tar? Check it out. Unlimited data meet unlimited grip. Hey, the guys need me in the bullpen. Sorry. That's the dugout. I know, yeah, totally.
We can't really give every fan access to the field, but we can give you America's best unlimited network, T-Mobile.
I'm Ryan Sandberg, and I've played baseball in the great city of Chicago for 17 seasons. And I got to the point where I didn't look like myself in the 80s and the 90s. The procedure that Restore does, taking hair from the back, put it in the front, no pain, and it's my own hair. Having hair makes me feel younger. It gives me energy. I'm Ryan Sandberg, and I chose Restore.
Call Restore today for your free consultation and get a $500 discount. Call 1-800-254-9509 or visit restorehair.com.
You're watching CSN, presented by State Farm.
Our starting lineups are presented by the Illinois Office of Tourism. Illinois, are you up for amazing? Let's take a look at the Cubs lineup. Many of the regulars returning after having yesterday off. John Jay leads off. He'll be in center. Ben Zobrist is in right. Tommy LaStella, the 3-hole hitters at second. Wilson Contreras will catch. Kyle Schwarber in left. Ian Happ will play third base today. Alex Avila at first. Mike Freeman at short, and Jose Quintana will pitch. Here's Joe Madden on how he'll be using his regular starters over the weekend.
You'll see them coming back out tomorrow, and again, treat it more like a spring training, maybe 3 at-bats. It doesn't have to be a full game. My plan is to talk to them during the course of the game. How you feeling? Do you need another at-bat? You good? Just like you do in a spring training game. No different than that. So today, talked to the guys yesterday. The guys you see not playing today preferred having 2 consecutive days off, no problem. And the guys that you're seeing playing today wanted to play today. So that was part of the method.
All right, let's talk about Wilson Contreras. Has not hit a home run since returning to the team after missing a month with a hamstring injury. But on a positive, getting on base a ton, a 444 OBP in the 13 games.
He's looking good. His at-bats are really good right now. It's weird to see him not driving the ball, but he is working the count, working deep into the count. He seems like he's 3-2 every at-bat. But his swing is right there. It's just a matter of time. He was on an epic pace there, right before the All-Star.
He was rolling.
Like that's a career stretch you sometimes go through.
Rolling. So, all right, let's talk about why he's not seeing the power. Is that because of the hammy?
It could be. It could be. It just maybe it's not. He's not trusting it just yet. It's working its way back. So, but it could also be he's just trying to see more pitches. He wants to see as many pitches as he can to get him ready for the postseason. All
right, let's take a look at the Reds lineup for manager Brian Price. We're spot shadowing Joey Votto, who has killed the Cubs this season. Why don't you take a day off, Joey? 367 batting average, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, 473 on-base percentage in 16 games. Votto, 1 shy of a career high in home runs with 36 on the season. This guy's a stud.
What the impressive number was he has over 135 walks and 80 strikeouts. That's something special. That's like old school baseball players when you would take the strikeout. It's embarrassing to strike out. That's how he plays his game. He still has power. He's just a Cub killer, and you hope that he takes the next 2 days off.
This guy, look, this Reds team needs pitching in a big way. This guy is purely one of the best, not only hitters, but baseball players in our sport.
And just very underrated, doesn't want any of the media, but they have a middle of the lineup there in Cincinnati. That is pretty formidable. So they're going to build around him, but the thing that they need is starting pitching. They don't have any starting pitching that can compete with St. Louis and the Cubs in the NL Central.
Well, and he's also a good defensive player. I mean, a solid baseball player.
Exactly.
Solid.
He's a perfect, if you're going to mold a guy to play everywhere, he's one of the guys you'll pick.
No question about it. All right, time for our final break on Cubs Pregame Live. We'll get David's keys to the game, have our key performers, and more. That's all coming up next.
You're going to like this.
Get a one-of-a-kind Joe Madden Signature Edition 2018 Dodge Demon.
We are providing our only limited edition Demon to Joe and Jay Madden's Respect 90 Foundation.
It will be auctioned off with all the net proceeds going to our needy brothers and sisters here in the greater Chicago area, and we are very grateful.
To take part in the auction, go to joemadden.gesture.com, misericordia.com, or respect90.org now through October 1st.
I say we take it for a test drive.
Outstanding. Now I get to lay some rubber.
I got this.
Okay, fine.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
From ballparks to amusement parks and hot dogs to haute cuisine. Visit enjoyillinois.com for trip ideas. Brought to you by the Illinois Office of Tourism, proud partner of the world champion Chicago Cubs. Illinois, are you up for amazing?
Looking for better weather?
The power of the NBC5 Weather Center in the palm of your hand. Live Doppler 5, Storm Ranger 5. When information is critical, the power of the NBC5 Storm Team is always on the NBC5 Chicago app.
I like it sweet.
I like it hot.
Red gravy.
Baptize it.
Make it cheesy.
Make it hurt.
North side.
South side.
There's one thing
both sides agree on.
Bona beef.
Bona, a Chicago original. The official Italian beef on both sides of town.
Now it's time for the call.
Hey, Dad, what's going on here?
They're trying to figure out if they're going for 2.
They're gonna go for 2.
I think they're going for 2.
And the call is
2.
Go for it.
2-for-1 windows at Falco.
Right now at Feldco, score big with 2 windows for the price of 1. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1 and Saturday. So hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
I'm very short-sighted, man. It's just about the next series. Honestly, no lie, I don't even. Because you don't even know you're playing after that. You just got to win this one first. Otherwise, none of that planning matters. Of course, you have to plan as an organization, send your data guys out, get your information compiled. But it's up to us to take care of business one at a time. So I really don't look any further than that.
All right, Cubbies are 13-3 their last 16 games, 21-9 their last 30. We've got first pitch coming up at 1:20 right here on CSN. Let's take a look again at our Miller Lite poll question. Today's question is, most important part of the Cubs' final series this weekend with the Reds, starting rotations performance, the battle for bench spots, the bullpen performance, or stay healthy, stay healthy, stay healthy. How would you vote?
I would go stay healthy.
Okay.
For sure.
I'm going to go with you. Right now, though, everyone's looking at other numbers. Bullpen performance is winning. I don't think the bullpen can do anything this weekend that I go, oh, my God, it changed my opinion. Carl Edwards could be good. He could be bad. He's still going to be a high-leverage guy. Yeah. Same with Strope. Same with Wade Davis.
Yeah.
Justin Wilson might be the only thing that maybe has his future in his hands there.
Exactly. That's the only question mark right now. His last outing, he walked his first guy, struck out the next 3. So he's had a good outing, then followed it with a bad outing. So now it's going to be great to see him have a good outing, come again with another good outing.
And they talked this morning at Wrigley. I was talking to Jesse Rogers. He said Justin and Joe Madden said they made a change and a tweak to his delivery. So his front foot is not lifting up as high. He's staying more closed. They think that's going to help him. We're going to find out.
Yes.
How about John Lackey? Does he make this roster?
Yes. After that start, I'm going to go ahead and put him in there just because you don't know about Jake Arrieta's hamstring there. If it's not able to go, you want to have Lackey there.
Somebody on that bench, you can go get him right there. All right, time for our Fields Auto Group keys to the game. All right, let's get started. Here's David's first key to today's ballgame, Cubs-Reds. Last tune-up.
This is the last tune-up. This is Q's last start. He had a great start against the Brewers, so backing that up with another confidence builder going into the postseason is going to be important. Establishing that fastball, putting it where he wants to, then mixing that off speed is going to be key for him tonight.
All right, and key number 2 from our guy, the swing doctor, David DeJesus, stay healthy.
You know, the guys are going to go up there. They're going to have their 2 to 3 at-bats, so it's concentrate during those at-bats, but once you're done, get out of the game, stay healthy, because that's the most important, going into playoffs feeling confident and healthy.
Yeah, there was that awful scene in San Francisco when Wilson Contreras went down. Let's talk about our key performers. You have a 1-game lead on me right now.
This is the last one, right?
Well, we count the postseason as well.
Oh, okay.
So, got a 1-game lead. You get to go first.
All right. So now it's today's, we just talked about him, Wilson Contreras. It's his time to step up. The last few games here, start driving some pitches, getting some doubles, maybe launch one into the seats. That'd be nice for him to see today.
I ran Holly down last year in the postseason and beat him for the year. I'm going to do the same to you. I'm going to tie it up today. I'm going to go with Tommy La Stella. Tommy La Stella, Mr. 3 a.m., as Joe calls him, could fall out of bed at 3 a.m. and get a hit. He's in the 3-hole today. I think he's excited to go out and have a really good approach.
It's some big shoes to fill in that 3 spot. You know, that's where Rizzo lives. So I know Rizzo's going to get on him a little bit if he doesn't produce. So it'll be fun to watch.
You played in the playoffs with the Tampa Bay Rays for Joe Madden. What is it like now, once this weekend's over, what is it like mindset-wise? Because a lot of guys are headed to the golf course, fishing, vacation, home, season over. That's not what a baseball player does who's in the postseason.
Yeah, it's crazy because his clubhouse was nothing different than the regular season. He wants to keep the same routines going, the same vibes in the clubhouse. You know, if you had some snakes there, he would bring the snakes in. You know, he just wants to keep everything the same because when you get on that field, the pressure just ramps up.
Did you feel more pressure in the playoffs?
Oh my gosh, those 3-hour games felt like the longest 3-hour games because every pitch mattered and you were drained after that game. So going through that season last year, you can see why it took the Cubs so long to get going this season.
Just mentally, you're just wiped out.
Oh yeah, you don't want to make that. You don't want to make that play that causes the team to lose the game.
All right, kid. I'll see you on the post-game show. That's our guy, David DeJesus. I'm David Kaplan. Thanks for watching Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. We're back on the post-game show after the final out. Sports Talk Live later at 6. We go to Wrigley Field. We bring in the A-team. They are Len and Jim. Play-by-play call. Take it away, boys.
All right, Cap, David, thank you very much. Great to be back in the friendly confines. Man, that was a long trip. It was a good trip, 7-3 as the Cubs clinched the division.
Yeah, 7-3 trip. You bring home 7 W's and a championship banner. It's been an outstanding second half for this Cubs team. Now it's a matter of just getting people rested and ready to go for the postseason.
And what a game last night, a night after the Cubs had clinched the division. They're able to knock the Cardinals out of wild card contention. It looked like Paul DeJong had tied the game in the 11th, and Leonis Martin with the great catch.
Yeah, sour taste in the mouth for the Cardinals as the Cubs first clinch on their field and then officially eliminate them from any postseason possibility at all. And the combination of Sang, Davis, and Martin, 3 guys who did not spend much time with the Cubs at all this year, factoring in a big way in that 2-1 win.
Ian Happ with his 23rd home run in the first inning as well. Well, the final chapter has not yet been written in terms of the 2017 Chicago Cubs, but it sure has been a fun year. Cubs Productions takes a look back.
Bottom of the 9th inning, ball game tied 2-2. Anthony Rizzo at the plate. Swinging a line drive down the left field line. Base hit, Cubs win. Anthony Rizzo with a game winner.
That is a fair ball diving stop. Chris Bryant with a gem.
Let's see if he can drive in the go-ahead run.
Gets away. Jay to the plate. Cubs lead.
One in the air, grand slam, Wilson Contreras.
Time for first big league knock here.
Ian Happ, first major league hit, first major league home run. He pulls one to deep left, number 2 today. A 99 pitch, complete game win for John Lester.
He's not going to throw to first base.
And he tosses it, he got him!
Attaboy, John.
Great moment of drama, 3-1 St. Louis. Fans are standing. Kyle Schwarber trying to come through. And the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball. Deep left center. Grand slam! Grand slam! Kyle Schwarber with a grand slam. That's going to be a base hit, and it gets by Piscotty. 2 runs will score. Cubs are right back in the game.
It's a grand slam! Ian Happ!
Well, Von, did your Cubs just turn everything around? They have come out of the break on fire. They just completed a 3-game sweep of the Baltimore Orioles and prized pitching acquisition Jose Quintana went 7 shutout innings with 12 strikeouts. They're behind the Brewers. The Brewers are a catchable team. I believe that the Cubs are going to go 20 games over the second half of the season.
Hayward leaps, and he makes a catch. Braun incredulous as he kicks the dirt. Ground ball, base hit. Cubs are going to grab the lead. It's 7-6.
scores! Cubs win! A wild pitch! Cubs win the ball game!
There's a base hit. Zobrist scores. Baez scores. Cubs win.
Franchise record of consecutive saves converted, 27 saves for Wade Davis.
It's a ground ball. That's a base hit. The game is going to be tied. Javier Baez delivers.
Fly ball, deep center. Broxton at the wall. A two-run homer. Called strike three.
Lackey fired up as he walks toward the Cubs' third base dugout.
The Chicago Cubs are NL Central champions once again, and they're going to party in St. Louis. We'll have the Cubs hosting the Cincinnati Reds, the NL Central champions, as the celebration continues.
I don't own the apartment building, but the right out front is mine. And everything inside, like my office, and my library, my studio. I worked hard to get all of it. And I just
want to be sure it's all protected with auto and renter's insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Download the Bank of America Chicago Marathon app, powered by Tata Consultancy Services. Packed with interactive course map, advanced runner tracking, real-time weather from NBC5, live streaming, complete schedule, and more. Powered by Tata Consultancy Services.
I like it sweet.
I like it hot.
Red gravy.
Baptize it.
Make it cheesy.
Make it hurt.
North side.
South side.
There's one thing
both sides agree on. Bona beef.
Bona, a Chicago original. The official Italian beef on both sides of town.
Who gives you the best internet service at a great price? Best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Fastest, most reliable internet. Gig speed to 27 million homes. 17 million Wi-Fi hotspots available nationwide. Up to 5 lines included at no extra cost, so all you pay for is data? Xfinity is the right choice. AT&T just doesn't stack up. Get Xfinity TV and internet with a 1-year agreement plus a free upgrade to 75 megabits per second of download speed for a year. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Hey, Grandpa, come play catch. Don't you want to play catch with me?
I want to, but my back doesn't. It hurts so bad I can barely...
Has this ever happened to you? You could qualify for a pain-relieving back brace at little or no cost to you. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now.
Catch it!
Wow, Grandpa, it's going so high.
Call the Pain Relief Hotline now to get your pain-relieving back brace.
Are you or someone you love fighting an addiction to drugs or alcohol? Are you actively seeking treatment? Are you suspicious of other commercials you've seen on TV? If my loved one's life was on the line, I wouldn't call just any number. Lives are being lost every day from accidental drug-related overdoses. Get treatment through a certified recovery facility today. Call the number on your screen and take the first step toward a lifetime of freedom and recovery.
Subscribe to the Cubs Talk podcast on iTunes or the Google Play Store today.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Lexus, who encourages you to experience amazing. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, who invites you to go further in their fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Menards, save big money at Menards. And Southwest Airlines, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Beautiful day, blue skies above, cooler temperatures, and that's appropriate here the final couple of days of September. Jose Quintana will pitch for the Cubs today, but first, let's send it down to the field for our national anthem.
At this time, please remain standing and join Nancy Mueller as she honors America with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in agony proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Level up with the brand new Nissan Rogue Sport with automatic emergency braking that could stop for you, intelligent all-wheel drive, and a round-view monitor. Wow. Take on today the brand new Nissan Rogue Sport, part of the Rogue family. Lease today starting at just $159 per month, or get 0% APR for up to 72 months on Rogue.
These are Midwest companies. Companies that pave roads and build factories and keep promises. They don't want some do-nothing banker. They want momentum makers. Bankers who aren't afraid to get their wingtips dirty, who know what it takes to grow a business from the ground up. That's what builds momentum in the Midwest. The momentum makers of First Midwest Bank.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
I love the countertops.
And I like the price.
Yeah, we'll take it. That feeling, only better. The thrill of getting a better deal than you expected. At the Volkswagen Sell-Down event, you can get $1,000 cash back on a new 2017 Jetta.
Hurry in and get 0% APR for 60 months on new 2017 Jetta models, plus $1,000 cash back. Offers end October 2nd.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. The Cubs are back home for 3 final games as they tune up for the NL Division Series against the Nationals. That starts a week from today. First things first, as the Cubs welcome in the Cincinnati Reds. Welcome to the booth alongside Jim Deshaies. I'm Len Casper. We'll get right into your pitching matchup. Jose Quintana will make his final regular season start, and a guy who could be very important come October.
Oh, absolutely, and he is putting on quite a finishing kick here. Complete game shutout last time out. And that was a Sunday in Milwaukee. In the month of September, he's made 4 starts. He's 2-0 with a 1.63 ERA. Everything on point in that game against the Brewers. Robert Stevenson's an intriguing guy, once a top prospect for the Reds. Struggled a little bit at the big league level last year and out of the bullpen this year, but since converted to a starter, he's been really good this year. These are his numbers against the Cubs. 6 games, a couple of starts, no real success in the ERA above 6.
Cubs have dominated their division, 15 games over against the Central, and back home to finish off the regular season slate. Reds and Cubs right around the corner. Stay with us.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
It looks a little tight. Here, I'll park it.
Dad, relax.
Whoa, that's neat. Now you're just showing off.
You give it tech, designed to amaze.
You kids have it way too easy these days.
That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now get Fusion with 0% financing for 72 months or $5,000 cash back. Visit your local Ford store today.
A home is where life is lived. The unmistakable beauty and performance of Unilock pavers and walls enrich the quality of outdoor living, where perfect settings and cherished moments become memories that last a lifetime. Live life beautifully with Unilock.
Ask about our Do It Now financing program and enjoy outdoor living with family and friends this fall.
Only NFL Sunday Ticket Max on DirecTV gives you 2 exciting channels that take your Sundays to an all-new level. The Red Zone channel delivers non-stop coverage of every scoring drive, commercial-free.
Here are the 7 games we have for you.
DirecTV Fantasy Zone channel brings in-depth expert analysis and up-to-the-second stats from NFL.com.
We've got a bunch of guys that you need to pick up.
Watch or stream both channels on your favorite screens when you upgrade to NFL Sunday Ticket Max only on DirecTV.
After that Cubs Productions video that we showed you, they played it here on the big video board. The division champs coming out and being honored by the fans here at the ballpark.
Getting to be a kind of a familiar sight, isn't it? The boys coming out to tip the caps.
It's your umpires for today. Mike Malinsky will work home plate. Mike Winters, the crew chief, at first base. Marty Foster is at second, and Chicago native John Tumpane will handle third. Prior to the game, just a few minutes ago, Benny's Beverage Depot presented an award to Wilson Contreras, the Benny's 2017 Most Improved Player. So he got the big trophy bottle this season.
That would have come in handy the other night.
Yeah, donating $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository for every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit in the first inning, and they'll continue that today. Not all the regulars are back in the lineup. Joe really left it up to the guys on the roster. A few are getting 2 days off. But John Jay back in there today. Ben Zobrist. Another start for Alex Avila back at the plate. As Jose Quintana will make his final regular season start.
Yeah, I think the priority for Joe was to make sure that he shut Rizzo and Bryant down for a couple of days. Those guys have gotten to the post pretty much every day all summer long. And most of the rest of the roster, he's moved in and out, and they've gotten plenty of rest. And we'll get those guys back in there a little bit over the next couple of days. We expect Quintana like Hendricks yesterday, probably 5 innings, 80 pitches, something like that would be the plan for Jose today. When he comes out, Contreras will come with him.
Yes, I said Avila behind the plate.
Yeah, Avila's down
first. Yes.
First. And then the other part of it is you got to get your bullpen guys, get them back into the mix a little bit.
John Lester is scheduled to pitch tomorrow. Jake Arrieta probably will not make his start on Sunday. It's possible he could instead throw a simulated game, as he's still coming back from the hamstring issue. So the Cubs take the field behind the lefty, and let's check out the Reds. Southwest starting a lineup 67 and 92. They will finish last in the division, but they've got some dangerous guys in their lineup. Irvin in center, Zach Cozart having a career year at short. Joey Votto will get some serious MVP consideration. Eugenio Suarez will be in the cleanup spot. Jesse Winker is in left. Jose Peraza at second. Scott Scheffler with a 30-homer season in right. Tucker Barnhart recently signed a contract extension, and the young right-hander Stevenson will bat ninth.
Well, the Cubs defensively set up this way today. Kyle Schwarber left, John Jay center, Ben Zobrist. And back in there, he's in right today. Happ plays third. That's intriguing. Ian Happ, we've seen him take some ground balls over at third base, but he gets a start there today. Mike Freeman plays short. Tommy La Stella is your second sacker. Alex Avila down at first. Wilson Contreras behind the plate. Lexus starting pitcher for the Cubs is Jose Quintana. Lexus experience amazing. He was nothing short of amazing last time out with that shutout against the Brewers. For the season, Sox and Cubs combined now 11-11 with a 4.06 as a Cub. 7 wins, 3 losses, 3.50 earned run average.
Looks like the wind is coming out of the north or northeast. I would say seasonably cool with that breeze, but feels good.
Yeah, it feels playoffy. Cool, crisp, a lot of energy in the ballpark. These fans up on their feet as the team took the field, honoring another division championship. Everybody rocking the gear. Misplaced Alabama fan. Took the wrong turn somewhere.
So here's Irvin to lead it off. The Cubs have dominated the Reds here these last few seasons. They've won 28 of the last 38, including 10 of 16 so far this season. And as we get started, we want to welcome those watching on New Paris Telephone's quality cable in Elkhart County, Indiana. Quintana to Irvin. And we're underway, ball one. Pitch, big swing and a miss, 65 degrees, and that north wind is measuring at 15 miles an hour.
A little uptick in velocity from Quintana last couple times out. That's his money pitch, that fastball up and in a little bit on right-handed hitters. Very comfortable executing that pitch. Gets a lot of called strikes in there. He gets weak contact in on the hands.
Just a brilliant performance on Sunday in Milwaukee. Complete game 3 hitter. Second career shutout. The other came in July of 2015. That was in Cleveland with the White Sox. 2 good tries, just missing inside. Full count with Cozart on deck.
Yeah, he'll pound in there, and then if he feels like he's got the hitter starting to look inside, that's when he'll go either two-seamer or change up away. Also has a good curveball.
Going back in. And he got him.
And he just made the commitment to stay inside and punches out Irvin.
Giga Time moment is powered by Xfinity.
Again, inside corner with life. High cheese. Always works well in Wisconsin. There's a good slow breaker. Again, inside, you see the pattern. The interesting thing, he's a guy who throughout his career has been among the league leaders in first pitch strikes. He did not do that much in that start with the Brewers.
There's a strike on Zach Cozart. So first shutout by a Cubs starter since Kyle Hendricks last year on August 1st. Pulled foul and out of play. Elias reported only 3 Cubs in the last 30 years have thrown a complete game shutout with no extra base hits allowed and double digits in strikeouts. So he joined Kerry Wood, who did it 3 times, Carlos Zambrano's no-hitter, and Jake Arrieta's first no-hitter. What a year Cozart has had, as he will enter free agency after the World Series.
Yeah, and he's battled leg injuries. Came out of the game the other day with the quad that plagued him for much of the year. Despite that, had a very beefy season.
Bounced to third. Happ with 1 career major league inning at that position prior to today makes the play. Happ to Avila for the out.
He will not get high points for artistic merit on this one, but he got the job done. That's traveling anywhere but the NBA. That's why you put him out there, just in case something funky happens. And you need to play him over there, get him a little experience.
Joey Votto having quite a year. He has reached base a major league best 316 times. Charlie Blackmon second on that list at 283. So this will be the 3rd time in Votto's career he has led the majors in that category. Just about leaned into that pitch. Leads the majors in walk to strikeout ratio at 1.68.
Yeah, he's got a definite plan here against Quintana because he's a little closer to home plate than he normally is. He's in that crouch, choked up.
And he is on pace to start every game this season. And in terms of MVP voting, that plays into it as well. Not a lot of guys play every game these days. Alcides Escobar, the only other player to start every game this season. And the last Red to start every game of a non-strike year was Pete Rose in 1975.
Good defense of the wicket right there.
Nice grab by Eric Hinsky. I don't know if he caught it, but we got a good shot of him, so I'm saying he made a one-handed catch. And Votto acknowledging Hinsky. Dropped into left. Happ is out there now, foul ground, and he tumbles into the front row. No nachos. The wind really pushed that one out of play.
Yeah, I mentioned this last night. We were in St. Louis. Don't need any heroics at this stage of the game. Don't need anybody getting hurt. I mean, it's hard to dial it back. Playing a major league game and the adrenaline's flowing. Everybody's trying to make plays, but
3-2 to Votto. He's walked 134 times to lead the majors. He has struck out only 80. So think about a guy with 36 home runs. who strikes out roughly once every other game.
Yeah, well, you start talking about the greatest hitters of all time with that kind of a profile. Guys like Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio.
Real good battle here. 3-2. Jam shot pop up, and Happ can't get this one. Boy, some awkward swings and some weird foul balls, but he's hanging in there.
Yeah, he's such a smart hitter. He guesses along with the pitcher, and if he's fooled, he just has the ability to, because he's, the way he's on top of the plate and choked up, just a short little stroke, and just to try to make contact, and he's been able to stay alive. And this is what we see time and time again from Votto.
Ground ball to Tommy La Stella, so Quintana wins the battle. And the Reds go 1, 2, 3.
The places we will go.
Behind every seat is a story. Behind every story is the reason for transparency.
Fubo Chavez here with my new cord-cutting friend watching American football on Fubo TV. Go!
Field goal.
Field goal!
Stream the most live sports for the least money. Try Fubo TV free today.
So yeah, teaming up with Toyota has been great.
Gotta love casual Fridays. It looks like we're gonna be twins today. Awkward. It's like I can't even tell who's who anymore.
Right now, lease a 2017 Corolla for just $159 a month, or get 0% APR for 72 months on Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Cubs versus Reds weekend series on CSN is presented by Jim Beam. This is how we make history. How will you make yours?
Now the Cubs Southwest starting lineup, the 90-win Chicago Cubs. John Jay in the leadoff spot. Ben Zobrist playing right field. It's La Stella hitting third. Wilson Contreras, a cleanup man. Schwarber left. He scored the winning run in the 11th. Last night in St. Louis. Happ at third, as we mentioned. Avila across the way at first. Mike Freeman gets his third start of the week at short, and Quintana will hit ninth, and Robert Stevenson is ready to go. And if John Jay gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Suarez in on the grass at third, and Jay swings and misses.
Stevenson, the Lexus starting pitcher for the Reds here today. 5-6 with a 486 overall. Much better as a starter.
Really good as of late.
He authored a good one last time out. Got it out of the way. 6 innings, a 2-run ball against the Red Sox. And game prior to that, 6 innings of 1-hit shutout ball against the Buccos.
They're saying the mound was his treasure island.
It never gets old.
It doesn't, does it?
At least not for us.
1-2.
He's 24 years of age, 6'2", 200.
In the air, Irvin, in for Billy Hamilton today, makes the catch. You may notice a new patch on the sleeve of the umpire's shirts. That's for Bob Motley, who was the last living Negro League umpire. He passed away earlier this month at 94 years old.
Nice to honor him.
Now Ben Zobrist playing right. He takes a strike.
Stevenson better as a starter. He entered the rotation third week of July. He's made 10 starts, and in those starts he's 5-4 with a 3.57. That's where they envisioned Stevenson ultimately would end up. Back in the rotation, had a trial there last year, did not go well, ended up in the bullpen earlier this year.
The theme for the Reds here these last few years, rookie starters. You really got to punish one today. The wind blowing in as Irvin retires Zobrist.
Yeah, that's kind of a no-win proposition. Hitting it in the air here this afternoon.
Brian Price will return in 2018 as the Reds manager. Pete Mackanin will not return as a Phillies manager. He will join their front office. And Bob Melvin got a one-year extension with the A's through 2019. So a lot of managerial news here as we near the end of the regular season.
Now, well, Major League Baseball prefer that announcements, hirings, and firings like that not happen during the postseason. There are some before and then some after. I don't think it's necessarily forbidden, but they prefer that clubs not do that. And all the focus on the postseason. Tigers are going to need a new manager. You read today that Terry Collins was coming back to New York?
Well, there's a report, Newsday report, that the owner, Fred Wilpon, has repeatedly protected Collins from being let go. So we'll see how that plays out. Two and one on Tommy La Stella. The pitch. Line into center for a base hit. Only in a bench role, but starting here these last 2 days.
His middle name should be Line Drive. Looks like a split finger pitch. Floated up there a little bit. Stella with that quiet approach. Stings it. Solid line drive single.
Wilson Contreras with 2 outs and a man on. The pitch. It is a strike. Yeah, so TC earlier this week said, I don't plan on retiring. He has not been offered an extension. And now this story about ownership, front office, it's kind of potential issues, and that'll be interesting.
Yeah, reading between the lines over the last couple of years, is kind of the vibe you got was that Sandy Alderson was looking to move on in terms of the managerial situation there, but the ownership is very loyal to Collins. If the story you read is similar to the one I read, maybe it's the same one, about how Fred Wilpon spent a lot of time in Terry's office and they got to be good buddies.
That is high on Wilson. StatCast is powered by AWS as we look at the lead of Tommy La Stella off of first base. Ten feet, that'd be the deep end of the pool, but not necessarily a big lead off of first.
The average lead is 11, 12 feet, something like that. That's the, hey, there's nothing to see here lead. That's like, I'm not going anywhere until Wilson hits this one in the gap. I'm going to try to score.
Tucker Barnhart has, by all all statistical accounts, had a terrific defensive season behind the plate.
Yeah, when you watch him catch, you know, he's got real good hands back there, quick feet, and presents the ball well, and he's been rewarded with a 4-year contract. He throws well.
Go time for Listello with 2 outs, and this one fouled back under the roof.
And that's the thing, right? You know, the thinking is, with so many young pitchers, you need a veteran catcher. And that's not necessarily true. With so many young pitchers, you just need a good catcher. You want a good defensive-minded catcher back there who knows how to call the game, can, you know, help steal some pitches for your pitchers. And Barnhart fits the profile. Homer Bailey is the only member of the Reds' current rotation who is not a rookie.
Laced out into right center. Irvin will cut it off. Listello makes his way to third. And they're at the corners for Kyle Schwarber.
Well, we can get our double in the gap. You know, line drive to the gap. So, able to make it to third base as Irvin hustled over and cut this one off. That's a good swing, though, by Contreras. Nose right on it. The pretty finish. Very photogenic finish.
Schwarber hitting 5th today. And no doubt would love to finish with 30 home runs. That is a strike. I believe last year, right? Jed Jerko and Curtis Granderson both had 30 homer seasons and did not knock in 60 runs. Thought we had that note earlier this year.
It sounds familiar.
It's rare, but it has happened. 30 and 59. Granderson and Jerko in 2016. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Of course, Kyle spent a good chunk of the beginning of the season batting in the leadoff spot. That's a good change up there.
Popped him up, and it's Suarez to make the grab. Back-to-back 2-out hits. No runs, however. Scoreless after an inning.
Tim Lala set out to visit all 30 Major League Baseball parks to raise money for Biking for Baseball, a nonprofit that rewards deserving youth from mentoring programs scholarships towards higher education. Tim's ride was cut short after a serious accident forced him to return home. Thursday, October 3rd, join CSN Chicago as we ride on for Lala at Ace Bounds. Tickets to this fundraiser are $45, which includes unlimited appetizers, drinks, an amazing silent auction, and of course, ping pong. Purchase today at csnchicago.com/rideon.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
The all-new Mazda CX-5.
Now lease the 2017 CX-5 Sport for $219 a month for 36 months.
Only one light beer has more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. This one. Miller Lite. Hold true.
The Autumn Carved Turkey is back for a limited time at Subway. So much turkey.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm.
His license, no school, Friday at Wrigley.
Need to check one more box.
Oh, happy birthday.
Eugenio Suarez takes a strike from Jose Quintana. 26 home runs for Suarez. We have 6 20-homer guys. First time in Reds history they've had that many. They have 3 homers away from their club record set in 2005. 222. Hey, happy National Coffee Day. I think it's an appropriate day for that, considering how late the Cubs arrived from St. Louis last night.
Yeah. I hit the rack around 2 o'clock. I imagine players about the same.
He just kind of threw his bat at it. I don't think it broke. And Happ will throw him out.
Yeah, the hollow sound you get when there's no hands on the bat when you make contact. Very windy up here today. Let's see, it's a breaking pitch. He's fooled by it out in front, and he just releases the bat.
So now Jesse Winker hasn't played a whole lot. He's got 7 home runs. And this one into the corner, and it's just foul out of play. We had this conversation last night about the metaphor of a baseball season and a life cycle. And it does go fast, man. If you look out at the walls, looks like the colors are turning a little bit. Seeing some spots where the ivy's not quite as plush as it was a couple of months ago, and it means fall is here.
They do predict a return to some warmer weather a little bit later on in the next couple weeks. Weather for the postseason last year was really beautiful.
Well, we had a couple cold days in Cleveland to start the World Series, but then later on it was beautiful. We were in the 70s those last couple of days just off of Lake Erie. In November, very easily could have snowed. She says that's not much consolation for me today.
Depends whether you're in the sun or the shade. Yeah, folks bundled up. We got other people in shorts. Winker's good-looking hitting prospect. Actually hitting for more power with the big club than he did in the minor leagues.
Yeah, 7 homers in 132 plate appearances. As he waits on a 1-2 over grounder foul.
He was leading the International League in hitting and on base percentage when he was promoted. He did not end up with enough plate appearances there to qualify to lead the league, but The numbers were solid. Reds are an intriguing team. Last place finish. They've been down for a few years now, but a lot of firepower in the lineup, and some of these young pitchers are starting to figure it out.
Fly ball out towards Schwarber. He went back, took a circular route. The wind again tricky today. 5 up, 5 down for Quintana.
Hey, tomorrow the Cubs take on the Reds. First pitch tomorrow will be at 3:05, and up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans 21 and older. Well, you're going to take home a Cubs Knit Beanie presented by Jim Beam. Tickets still available. Cubs.com to get yours.
Jose Peraza playing second base. 2 outs, nobody on. Second inning. Right down the middle for a strike. So the Cubs ended the Cardinals' playoff hopes with that extra innings win last night. Cubs went 14-5 against St. Louis this year. And not a lot of drama this weekend. NL second wild card still yet to be determined. The Yankees are 3 back of the Red Sox with 3 to go. Both teams in the playoffs. And the Yankees playing a matinee today, leading the Blue Jays 3-0 in the top of the 6th. Will Giancarlo Stanton hit 60 home runs? He's got 59 going into action tonight.
Who are they playing?
That's fouled away.
So if they pitch to him, he will, right?
The Atlanta Braves. So that's a 4-game series in Miami to finish the season. I'll be curious what kind of walk-up crowds they get, assuming Stanton's in the lineup. I can't speak for others, but that would make me want to go to the ballpark, even if my team's out of it, right? See a guy hit his 60th.
It's not as magical as it used to be, but certainly it's a very impressive number.
It's the second. He's the second guy to hit that many home runs as a right-handed batter. Sammy Sosa, the other. Called strike 3. Peraza is out. Second strikeout for Quintana. Sammy. 0-0 early.
Cubs versus Reds weekend series on CSN is presented by Jim Beam. This is how we make history. How will you make yours?
Who gives you the best internet service at a great price? Best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Fastest, most reliable internet. Gig speed to 27 million homes. 17 million Wi-Fi hotspots available nationwide. Up to 5 lines included at no extra cost, so all you pay for is data? Xfinity is the right choice. AT&T just doesn't stack up. Get Xfinity TV and internet with a 1-year agreement plus a free upgrade to 75 megabits per second of download speed for a year. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
It's not just a car. It's your daily retreat. Innovative technology, refined styling. That feeling you can only find in a Lexus. Go ahead, spoil yourself. The ES and ES Hybrid.
Lease the 2017 ES 350 for $299 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Get great deals in-store only during Menards Crazy Day Sale. Make $1 after rebate on these splash wiper blades. Save on Ultra interior flat or ceiling paint, just $8.97 a gallon after rebate. Get the job done right with this Rockwell brushless drill kit for $99. A bundle of Owens Corning Classic 3-tab shingles is $9.77 after rebate. But hurry, these deals are so crazy, they're available in-store only. So hurry in to save big during Menards Crazy Day Sale. Save big money at Menards.
back tomorrow, get free swag. Who doesn't like free swag? And enjoy Cubs baseball with a special edition of Fields Auto Cubs Pregame live on location from the Jim Beam patio here at Wrigley Field. Early arriving fans 20 and older get a Cubs knit beanie. Presented by Jim Beam. Coverage starts at 2:30 on CSN. Beam me up.
So 1:20 today, 3:05 tomorrow, 2:20 first pitch for game 162 as Happ fouls out of play. So in order for the catcher to catch a foul ball directly behind home plate today, batter's got to basically hit it, what, just behind the mound? If you hit a foul pop, straight up,
it's probably going to drift back.
It'll be 10 rows back.
This is a knock.
Happ reaches as Suarez doesn't even make a throw. He couldn't have rolled it out there better.
Got a pull shift on. It's a good pitch. A desired result. Fools him off the end of the bat. But it works out well for Ian Happ. A little gyro ball. Nothing Suarez could do.
Alex Avila playing first base. He caught last night in St. Louis. Cubs have 3 singles here in the early going. Votto holds Happ at first. And foul strike. Should mention with the NL wild card, Brewers will be in St. Louis this weekend. Rockies host the Dodgers. And you would imagine the Dodgers will not have all their everyday players start all 3 games. They're the winners in the West, and they will play the winner of the wild card game in the division round. Clayton Kershaw will get his final regular season start tomorrow.
Best overall record in baseball right now. Dodgers 102 wins. Cleveland has won 100. Astros have won 99.
We'll keep an eye on the Nationals this weekend as they try to make sure Bryce Harper is ready to go against the Cubs next Friday. Dealing with a little knee soreness. Rested last night. Two balls and a strike. Stevenson will check on Happ, who has 8 steals on the season. Best of 5 starting in D.C. 1 week from today. We don't have game times yet.
We've seen Stevenson in the past. He's looked tentative, pitching out of the zone a lot, not trusting his fastball. He has a little different look here today. Still likes the secondary pitches. He throws curve, slider, and changeup to go along with a fastball that 93, 94 miles per hour. Pretty good arm side run on it. If I were a broker, I would tell my client, you might want to pick up a little red stock. Stone is pretty cheap right now. It's got a chance to take off here in the next couple of years.
takes the walk. 2 on, nobody out. Sunday afternoon games meant for kids at Wrigley Field following the final home game of the regular season this Sunday. The first 1,000 kids 13 and younger can run the bases, weather permitting. For more info on how to receive a field access wristband for your child to run the bases, visit Cubs.com/kids. Mark McGwire would be the other right-handed hitter on that list. Forgot about Mark with the 60 plus. So McGwire and Sosa and Stanton tied for 9th all-time on the single season home run list.
Henry Aaron, who for a long time was the all-time home run king, never hit 50 in a season.
Yeah, how about that? Mike Freeman. 2 balls, no strikes. Cubs have 2 on, nobody out here in the second.
Year after year, typically 40, 44, 47 was his best single season. He did that in 1971.
So prior to the McGwire-Sosa run in '98, the right-handed hitter record looked pretty well, but again the wind is going to help the pitcher today. Irvin battling the sun. He makes the catch, tagging and heading to third is Happ. So Freeman moves him to third with 1 out. The right-handed record was 58. Jimmy Fox and Hank Greenberg back in the 1930s. So Stanton passing those guys. It was 2 home runs last night.
What was May's best year? Do you have his?
Let's see.
52-ish, something like that.
52, I think, in 1965. Twice he hit 50. 1955 he hit 51. In 1965 he hit 52. Swing and a miss by Quintana with the infield in.
This is where Joe normally uses the safety squeeze.
Well, that was weird. He squared, pulled it back, squared again, and then missed it.
Squared early, and then he pulled it back as if maybe he was thinking about a little slug bunt, and then back into the bunting position in a somewhat feeble attempt there.
Kelly wants to know if you like your maple pecan latte iced or hot.
Oh, I haven't tried iced yet.
Okay. You mentioned that the other day.
Yeah, I've had a couple hot ones. They're good. Would have come in handy this morning. Well, he's taking a couple shots off the plate here. Now he's got to throw a strike. Don't want to go 3-2 to the pitcher because that causes too much stress. Oh man, I'm 1 pitch away from walking him. He did it.
Yeah, 3-2.
Not sure. You know, I think everybody's at fault there. I'm going to blame everybody for this pitch right here. The umpire might have missed it. It was borderline low. Stevenson should have been a little more aggressive, though, and Jose probably should have bunted that one. So it's a mulligan for everybody.
He gets the bunt down. Happ trying to score, and he will! As Votto's flip hits him. Avila trying to make third. He's safe. Cubs lead 1-0.
Well, that was kind of fun. After all that, Quintana ultimately gets a pitch he can put down, drops down a very nice bunt. Votto tries to make a very difficult play with this backhand shovel pass towards home plate. It's off the mark.
So I'm guessing that'll be a fielder's choice. Well, actually be a sac bunt for Quintana. Fielder's choice to reach. E3 to allow Avila to head to third. And now John Jay takes a strike.
Say it all the time. Bunt situations, especially early in the ball game, the priority has to be to get an out. Late in the ball game, in a tight game, obviously there's more priority on getting that man at the plate. You should be willing to take a risk. In that situation, this one, the smart play is just get an out.
StatCast powered by AWS. So anything at that green line or beyond, that's where you want to send them. Yellow is about a 50-50, and then red is probably too shallow. Let's see. This one should be deep enough, right? Avila tags. Yep.
Plus he's retreating as he caught the ball.
2-0. Sac fly, John Jay. So the Cubs with 2 runs on 1 hit here in the second inning. Ben Zobrist with Quintana at first, 2 outs. Speaking of Willie Mays, they're going to rename the World Series MVP award, which Ben Zobrist won last fall, in honor of Willie.
Oh, that's neat.
I saw that earlier today. We've got a Hank Aaron Award, best offensive player in each league. And Willie Mays, World Series MVP. Cy Young Award.
Jackie Robinson, right? The Rookie of the Year. The Jackie Robinson Award. Baseball would ever have a Lady Bing. Hockey still give out the Lady Bing Award?
Yes, they do.
For what, gentlemanly play?
On the ground. And that'll do it. Yeah, 63rd anniversary of Willie's famous catch. Game 1 of the 1954 World Series. Cubs lead 2-0 after 2.
Download the Bank of America Chicago Marathon app, powered by Tata Consultancy Services. Packed with interactive course map, advanced runner tracking, real-time weather from NBC5, live streaming, complete schedule, and more. Powered by Tata Consultancy Services.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin with Cubs great Andre Dawson.
Hard work is the best way to succeed. That's why if you need a lawyer, you need to call my Hawk, Howard.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, call me. 312-6000000. Injury law, made personal.
Gerald Kia of North Aurora has been named Kia's 2016 Dealer of the Year. We are one of 10 dealers out of 775 in the U.S. to be named as Kia's Dealer of the Year. This comes as a result of overall excellence in sales, service, and customer satisfaction. Lease a brand new 2017 Kia Soul or 2017 Kia Forte for only $169 per month with 0 down. That's right, 0 down for only $169 per month. Gerald Kia of North Aurora, always a better deal, guaranteed.
You're going to like this. Get a one-of-a-kind Joe Madden Signature Edition 2018 Dodge Demon. We are providing our only limited edition Demon to Joe and Jay Madden's Respect 90 Foundation.
It will be auctioned off with all the net proceeds going to our needy brothers and sisters here in the greater Chicago area, and we are very grateful.
To take part in the auction, go to joemadden.gesture.com, misericordia.com, or respect90.org now through October 1st.
I say we take it for a test drive.
Outstanding. Now I get to lay some rubber.
On October 2nd, CSN will become NBC Sports Chicago, powered by Xfinity. All the games you love with expanded local coverage surrounding the action. October 2nd, CSN is NBC Sports Chicago, powered by Xfinity. One earned, one unearned run to give the Cubs the lead. Jose Quintana, who knocked in one of those tallies, taking his warm-up tosses. Bottom three for the Reds: Shepler, Barnhart, and Stevenson.
This team's going in different directions in more than one way, in that the Reds are going home after the ball game on Sunday. The Cubs obviously moving on, and of late, Cubs have won 13 of their last 16 ball games. The Reds have dropped 8 of 9. Will finish in last place for the 3rd consecutive season. I believe that has happened to them since the 30s. In 2015, they finished dead last, 36 games back. 35.5 games back, finishing last year. They're currently 23 games behind the Cubs. Some improvement, I guess.
Scott Shepler on Tuesday hit his 30th home run. That tied the club record for most 30 homer guys. Votto, Duvall, and Shepler. 4th time in Reds history they had a trio of 30 homer men.
And they got used to that in right field with Jay Bruce. Year in and year out would typically give you 30 bombs. Shepler stepped in and filled that role.
Swing and a miss on the curveball. They get him. The other guys on that list, the other teams, 56, Robinson, Post, and Kluszewski all hit 35 or more. 1970 bench. Perez and May all hit at least 34. 07 Dunn, Griffey Jr. and Phillips all with at least 30, and the aforementioned group we just talked about, which means they're aforementioned, so that's redundant. And a curve for a strike to Barnhart, switch hitting catcher. Not going to carry your club offensively, but you put him in that 8th spot, slashing 268, 345, 400 to go along with the defense, and that's why they gave him the contract extension.
Yeah, hitting a 288 here in September. 295 over his last 28 games.
Fouled away.
This is a good note in the Reds media notes. His 20 appearances since coming off the paternity list, he's hitting 286. So, you know, he's probably, everybody should have a baby. And then your batting average will go up. Have that extra mouth to feed you. There's a lot of incentive to perform well.
Yeah, here's Joe Smith batting 700. Joe's got 23 kids. And Barnhart went around. That's a strikeout. And Contreras will not have to tag him as Barnhart gave up on the play.
Plan your 2018 spring travel to Sloan Park in Mesa, Arizona with Cubs destinations. VIP spring training packages include game tickets, hotel accommodations, a rental car, Cubs swag, and a private meet and greet with Cub players. For more information, visit Cubs.com/destinations.
Now the pitcher Stevenson with 2 outs. Quintana's faced 8 and retired all of them. One other line in the Reds game notes I wanted to mention. It says today's game is the first of the final series of the 2017 championship season. That is absolutely correct, but it sometimes confuses people when you say, you know, this is the first game of the 2016 championship season. Yeah, the regular season actually is called the championship season. And when people hear that, they say, how do you know it's a championship season?
Somebody's going to win a championship.
Yeah. Quintana just struck out the side. Perfect through 3.
Now is a great time to buy a Honda Civic. With power, a 40-mile-per-gallon highway rating, and incredible passenger volume. Discover all the reasons to buy the best-selling compact car in America. The Honda Civic. Test drive it at your local Honda dealer today. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
I had a dream that I dove for a ball, and when I opened my glove, it was filled with Mexican food. Then I heard the crowd chanting, 44, 44, 44.
For more taste, less calories, and half the carbs, there's only one light beer to grab. Miller Lite. Hold true.
So, thought you could use something special, you know, for retirement. One last trip to the toy store.
Funny, after all we've been through, this may be my first case of the nerves.
Oh, relax, Agent. I've kept you healthy this long.
Yes, you have, but come tomorrow, your protection may not be there.
I don't see you slowing down anytime soon. Here, take this.
So, you've saved the best for last.
Are getting into playoff form during the final games of the season. Cubs, Reds. Game coverage begins at 2:30 tomorrow with Cubs pregame live on CSN or stream live at csnchicago.com. Cubs versus Reds weekend series is brought to you by Jim Beam.
Last spring, Tim Lala's goal was to bike to every major league park to raise money for biking for baseball. Serious accident put Tim in the hospital and cut his ride short. Tuesday, join CSN as we ride on for Lala at Ace Bounce. Tickets are $45, including appetizers, drinks, ping pong, and more. Purchase at csnchicago.com/rideon. Two zip. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Stevenson's first pitch to La Stella. This is for ball 1. Stevenson hails from Northern California. Martinez, California is his hometown. Threw harder in high school than he does now. Hit 98 as a senior. He sits in the mid-90s these days.
Got a little funk in his delivery, which could add a little deception. A herky-jerky motion.
What a job Joe Madden has done. All these notes we've had about the last 3 seasons. 90 wins, 3rd consecutive season, 25th time in club history.
Yeah, it's always difficult to quantify a manager's impact. You know, how many wins is he worth? That conversation comes up a lot. I don't know if anybody's ever been able to figure that out. I think the thing that Joe did so well this year is he just didn't freak out. He didn't panic when things weren't going well. I mean, you would not expect him to. That's not his personality. I think sometimes with the teams with high expectations, if they do struggle out of the gate, if you don't have the right guy in charge, it can get a little ugly. Guys start to panic a little bit. Manager starts to stress. That starts to permeate the clubhouse.
A roller to Peraza.
Like a jockey guiding a horse, right? And just kind of let him run, stay with him. Trust it that he's going to be able to make the big push at the end.
Yeah, we talked to Joe just about every day in his office, and he pretty much all year just said, we're fine. We'll be fine.
I mean, there were times that you hear his post-game press conference, and you could tell he was concerned, and, you know, we got to get it going. These you know, the guys we're expecting to perform aren't performing at a real high level, but
that goes flying as that ball rolls foul.
Some of the old school managers from back in the day might have been flipping over, you know, the post-game spread and screaming and yelling and holding manager meetings and all that stuff that usually doesn't do a whole lot of good.
Well, it's where Joe does a good job of not paying attention to the noise and what people are talking about on the talk shows, and you know, that's where you can get emotional, and you can, as a fan or an observer, you absolutely have the right to,
yeah,
as we said, panic and ride the roller coaster. But as a big league manager, you can't. You cannot.
Right. Your job is to, in a sense, de-stress the situation, and then a lot of times make sure guys are paying attention to detail during the good times.
Bounce to Suarez, who spins, throws, and gets Contreras.
I think some would find it easy to overlook lackadaisical play as long as your team is winning. I think a good manager will use those opportunities to remind guys, hey, you need to be backing up that base. You need to hit the cutoff man there. We got to make sure we go first to third on that ball. And sometimes when you're going through a tough patch, that's when you back off a little bit. It sounds counterintuitive, but I think that's what the best guys do.
Schwarber with 2 outs takes high for ball 1. Sure looks like a small ball day with the wind, and if anyone can cut through the teeth of that pretty heavy breeze, it would be a guy like Schwarber. He lines to Votto, and that will end the Cubs' third. They go 1-2-3 for the first time, leading 2-0.
Hyundai has an all-wheel drive SUV for every stage of your life. Urban adventure? That's Tucson. Taking that next step? Check out the Santa Fe Sport. Full-time chauffeuring? Your 7-passenger Santa Fe awaits. And with America's best warranty, whichever stage you're in.
You just saved me from getting a minivan. Give him some love.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. And now for a limited time, you can lease the Tucson for just $149 a month. Or get up to $4,500 in total savings on the Santa Fe Sport. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
First, it was the love of your life. Then, the promotion you deserved. The daughter you planned for. And the son you didn't. Now you're ready for a new home. So how do you properly protect all this? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, start with simple steps today. If you're ready to start, we're ready to help. So let's get started at countryfinancial.com.
I got this.
Okay, fine.
Oh no.
get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
On October 2nd, CSN will become NBC Sports Chicago, powered by Xfinity. All the teams you love paired with a stronger connection to the power of NBC Sports. The ultimate destination for fans is NBC Sports Chicago, powered by Xfinity.
Welcome back. Top of the fourth, Cubs lead 2-0. Visit the Cubs Authentics auction page every week for your chance to own one-of-a-kind Cubs items. This week's auction features a game-used Hendricks jersey and Almora bat, bases from the past Cardinals series, and more. You can outfit your man cave with all that stuff. Go to Cubs.com/authentics before 8 p.m. Sunday, October 1st to place your bid. Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics to Cubs charities. Be this Sunday, or your woman cave. Doesn't have to be a man cave.
1-0 on Phillip Ervin. Cubs lead 2-0. Back in August here at Wrigley Field, Ervin got his first major league hit, a home run. The next day, 3 for 4, double homer, 4 RBIs. Including the game-winning homer late. He made his major league debut against the Cubs back in April.
Increased playing time with Billy Hamilton being injured. Hamilton's back playing.
Trying to win a stolen base crown. He leads D. Gordon by 1. On the count as the Reds look for their first base runner of the day. Hamilton has 59 stolen bases. Gordon has 58 going into this final weekend.
I think if they tie, they should meet for a match race to settle it.
Well, the wind again helping out. That felt like a home run swing, I'm sure, for Ervin, but it stays in. So pitching to the elements.
But Hamilton and D. Gordon at home plate. One head towards first base and circle the bases that way. The other one heads towards third. They both come sliding into home at the same time for a dramatic photo finish.
Cozart fouls on the curveball. We mentioned Cubs charities and a couple of charitable notes. And we mentioned last night Joe Maddon's new t-shirt in support of hurricane relief in Puerto Rico. It's corkbaseball.com as Cozart bounces to Freeman. The Cubs tomorrow will donate proceeds from the Cubs charities 50-50 raffle to those hurricane relief efforts. And the Anthony Rizzo Foundation making a $650,000 pledge to the Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center at the University of Miami Health System. One strike on Joey Votto. And the Cubs also making a $110,000 donation to the United Negro College Fund. Right field corner. And that's the Reds' first hit. Votto to second, and he'll stop there with a double. So after 11 in a row were retired by Quintana, Votto doubles with 2 outs here in the 4th.
Yeah, kind of an awkward swing, but a productive one for Votto. Again, this is a good pitch, breaking ball down. And it was on 0-2, but There's no percentage in nibbling against Votto with 2 strikes. That was a quality pitch, but a quality hitter. He was able to hit it in a good spot, so no hitter. And that wasn't going to be a case today anyway. Quintana not going to pitch too deep into this ball game.
Suarez, ball 1.
A lot of talk about the Cubs postseason rotation. One of the other things to consider, Quintana has never faced the Washington Nationals. It seems like that would be a little bit of an advantage for him.
Yeah, that's the conventional wisdom. The pitcher would have the advantage early. Popped him up. This will get Q out of the inning. Whoa. I think. Yeah, Happ makes the catch as Stella stumbled. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Cubs 2, Reds nothing.
Now it's time for the call.
Hey, Dad, what's going on here?
They're trying to figure out if they're going for 2.
They're going to go for 2.
I think they're going for 2.
And the call is
2.
Go for it. 2-for-1 windows at Falco.
Right now at Feldco, score big with 2 windows for the price of 1. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1 and Saturday. So hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Right here, Dad.
The Infiniti QX60. Impressive performance and seating for 7. Lease the Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month or finance at 1.9% APR at your local Infiniti retailer.
My Miranda sofa, 92 inches of pure comfort with Bobopedic seating for only $449. And the matching love seat, only $399. Together, they make an awesome couple. But why stop there when you can have awesomer? Add cocktail and 2 end tables, only $199. A pair of lamps, only $80. That all adds up to $1,127. Or buy them all together and get my package deal price, only $999. How awesomer is that? Bob's Discount Furniture, and by discount, we mean smart.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and